What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Southern University Quarterback Club podcast. It's your boy Al, and I'm here solo today. It's been a minute, but we are back here. Happy New Year to everybody. We got a jam-packed show today. A lot of things that happened since I've been on here last time. Um, I think since the new year, we were SWAC West champions and ended up going into the SWAC championship and losing to Jackson State, obviously. But things have picked back up. Basketball, baseball about to get started, and then football just completed a national signing day on yesterday. So uh, yeah, it's good to be back on here. I'm glad y'all with me tonight. So I could talk some issues sports. Man. What's up, Willie? What's up, Taylor and Varric? I appreciate y'all watching. We gonna go ahead and get it started. Um, we'll start off with baseball. Baseball is my sport. This is my favorite one to talk about. I could talk all day about baseball, as y'all know that. Particularly Southern University sports. Um, but last year, SU baseball coming off a fourth place finish on the West Side, which essentially is probably a disappointing season for SU baseball and for Southern University standards for the baseball team. Um, we were 15 and 12 in conference play. Um, and I think just from looking at how Coach Crenshaw has recruited this offseason, I think he definitely feels a sense of urgency um, for Southern University baseball to come back to its glory days. And I appreciate that because a lot of times people have a down season and don't change nothing and keep doing the same thing. But it definitely seems like Coach Crenshaw is um, trying to make this team a better team. We got about 10 to 12 transfers, which I'm definitely excited to see. Um, from all different walks on a baseball team. One of the most exciting ones I'm definitely ready to see is Cardell Thibodeau, who is a ULM transfer, an outfielder, a short, speedy left-handed outfielder who's going to give the Jags an opportunity to get on base at the top of the lineup. Um, I'm not sure part of the lineup he's gonna bat in, but I'm assuming he's gonna be the lead outfielder. I think he batted like 250 somewhere in that range at ULM. So that's a good addition for the Jaguar baseball team. Next up, we got Jeremiah Newman, who was a transfer from our rival Grambling State University. I looked up some of his stats, not the best stats, but he comes with experience, a mid 90s fastball guy, so that'll bring some heat on the mound for us, which we have been needing in the past few years. Then we got some of our returning players from last year. Our Friday night guy, one of the twins, Renard Grace, who's returning for us on the mound. I'm sure he'll be there on Fridays for us. Excuse me. Renard Grace, an electric, crafty left-handed pitcher, probably upper 80s, maybe occasionally touch a 90 every now and then, but very smooth from the left-hand side. I think that experience is gonna give us the upper hand in the sweat, which you're gonna need at the back end stretch of the season. I was reading up on something on Black College Nine, which is a black baseball uh, uh, news website. But anyway, I was reading up on it. It says his twin brother, Rashard Grace, will be playing catcher and pitcher this year. So that'll be interesting to see a two-way player play for the Jags this year. I mean, I mentioned two transfers today, but they got plenty more. Like I said, it's about 10 to 12 transfers, and we'll hopefully be able to see this year, or actually next weekend, in Houston, Texas, at the Cactus Jack HBCU baseball tournament. So I am hyped and excited to see some Jaguar baseball for sure. Hopefully we can squeeze out that championship this year and get ready for the tournament. Now y'all look at the screen, y'all can see I got the schedule up. First part of the season, obviously, just talked about the Cactus Jack tournament, which is in Houston, Texas, next week at the formerly Minute Maid Park. Now is called Dakin Park. I think that's how you pronounce it. But we'll lead off with Texas Southern, and then Grambling, and then preview on the last day. And then for the first midweek game, we'll lead off with our crosstown rival, the LSU Tigers, who we beat last year. I think that was last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was last year we beat LSU at LSU. So it'll be a tough test the first, I wouldn't say the first four, probably the first seven or eight games. Because we got Jackson State, Florida A&M, and Missouri. We face our old coach, Coach Kerry Jackson, excuse me, in the tournament that takes place in Florida. So it'll be a tough first seven games for us. A good gauge for us to see where our team is. I think we'll fare out good. Um, Hopefully we show good in this Houston tournament because that's kind of the tournament people use to kind of gauge the season moving forward. Um, let's see what else we got on the schedule. We got Dillard, St. Peter's. Looks like a series at home against St. Peter's. I think St. Peter's is a school out of New York, so a lot of the times in college baseball, particularly, the schools up north, in the cold states, they'll come down south and play schools down here because it's so cold up there. Even if the school is like like a Big Ten, like a Michigan or Ohio State, they'll come down and play your occasional HBCU or an FCS type baseball program down south just to get that work in. So, like I said, I'm excited about this coming up baseball season. Hopefully, we fare well. So, next up, we got the very hot men's basketball team and also the women's basketball team. Coach Jackson is off to a great swag start at I can't even see that myself, 9-0. Um which is one of the best starts I think we've had in Jaguar basketball history. Um and it's just crazy when you look at the stats right here. You see our leading scorers scoring 10 points. We got two guys scoring 10 points, averaging 10 points a game. The next guy is like 7. Like it's really no star player on the team. Like this team really plays team basketball. They really gel together. Um, and they just put wins together. I was just talking with someone the other day where I was basically saying, man, last year's team was a much I would say much better team as far as actual basketball players. You had you sure I can't think of their names. I'm sorry. But last year team you had a lot of scorers, a lot of shooters. This team you just got everybody doing their job and doing what's best for the team to make the team better. And we were in the same situation last year. We're in the same situation this year with a star player. Well, the star player was out for the first part of the season. Last year was Scooter, and then this year is Damasi, our point guard from Paris, France, who's only played 8 games if you look at the stats. And we still been able to manage a 9-0 start, which is very impressive. So shout out to Coach Jackson and his staff and those players for just believing in the process, believing in the system that he's trying to run. I want to give a shout out to Ambry, also the guard. He's been big the last few games. We've had a few close games in the past too. Um, Auckland State, I think we won by 5, and then Jackson State we won in overtime. Most recent. So, which are two of the better teams I think in the SWAC. Um, But I think that was a good test to see where we are, kind of get those jitterbugs out of the system. Jackson State, we were up, I think, 15 or 16 at one point in the game and let them come all the way back. Yep, Johnson too, who's our outside shooter. I'm trying to read the comment. Yeah, Johnson, who's our outside shooter. He had a up and down game. Um, what's that? Alcorn, one of those games. He went like 0 for 7. But one of my best friends who played professional basketball, I always say you gotta have short term memory, you gotta shake back, move on to the next game. And that's exactly what he did. He made a few threes against Jackson State, some big ones down the stretch. Oh, I also want to shout out Andre Nunley. Um, the short point guard who transferred from Prairie View. Now, initially, when basketball season started, or even when he committed, I was like, this dude probably not going to even play on the court for us. But this guy is scrappy. Like he does it all. He can dribble a little bit. He definitely go play defense on you. Like he's go he be scrappy all in your face. He's gonna get steals, and he go even knock down the three for us. Like he's hit some big pivotal shots for us in the last couple games. One in particular was I think that was Jackson State. He shot a three to we were down by two and then put us ahead. So or maybe it was Alcorn, but I want to shout out to him too. What I said, Coach Jackson, Coach Johnson. My bad. I'm thinking about Coach Kerry Jackson. Yeah, but Andre Nunn, he definitely played some lockdown defense. So pretty much that was the first half of the season. So um, I'm excited about this second half. Not historically, but maybe the past few years, Jaguar basketball has typically fell off the side of the cliff in the second half of the season. So we're gonna see if we can pick up the pace or keep the pace going or pick it up a little bit more and keep that momentum going. We got Alabama State and Alabama A&M coming up. What's today? Wednesday, Thursday. This weekend. So Saturday and Monday. So hopefully we can start off the second half of the season and keep this going into the SWAC tournament, which will be held in Atlanta, Georgia, March 12th. 13th through the 15th. So I look to be there. I hope y'all look to be there to support our Jaguars and bring home that SWAC championship. So also we got the women's who are also off to a hot start, 6-2 in SWAC play. Um we have Anaya Gordon, the senior from Baltimore, Maryland, leading the team with 12 points a game. Um I think our women probably should be undefeated right now. I was at the Texas Southern game. We were up by 15 points. And we gave up that lead and ended up losing that game to Texas Southern, who is the number one team in the conference. So I think we should have won that game. And then we lost to Alcorn the other day too. So I think those two games we should have had, and we should also be 9-0 for the women's. But um, Coach Funches is known to have some magic in the back of his in his back pocket. So we'll see what he does in the second half of the season for the women. So we expecting big things from them too. So because we expect two SWAC championships in basketball for the men's and women's. All right, now on the football. They did release our schedule last week. My first game is in Atlanta for the MEAC SWAC Challenge against North Carolina Central. We're facing our old defensive coordinator, Trey Oliver, who's been pretty decent at North Carolina Central. They had a kind of a down year because of the surge of South Carolina State, but the year before that, what, were they in the Celebration Bowl? One of those years they went in Celebration Bowl, but he's been doing a good job at North Carolina Central, getting a lot of good players. His offensive coordinator, can't think of his name. He was also a coach at Southern University. If y'all can remind me of his name, uh, I don't know. I can't remember, but yeah, he's been doing a good job in North Carolina Central. So uh, we need more folks coming out for basketball game. Yeah, I agree. We do need more people coming out because Monday was a Jackson State game, and then you got a 9-0 team. So I think we need to get out there and support the basketball team much better than we did. I do think it was a little odd though. You had three different Greek nights. You had women's Greek, I mean sorority night on what Thursday or Friday. Then you had Greek night on Saturday with both for fraternity and sorority. Then you had fraternity night on Monday. So I kind of thought that was odd. Um, maybe we don't do that next time. Maybe we just consolidate into one and have it on that Monday, or maybe that Saturday. But I thought that was kind of weird though. So, but back to the schedule. So that's the first game, August 23rd. Next game we got Valley, August the 30th, which that Labor Day weekend in Itta Bena, Mississippi. That sounds like one of the best Labor Day weekends you can ever imagine. My boy Derek say he's gonna make the best of it. I know a lot of people were thinking initially we were supposed to be in Miami playing in the Orange Blossom Classic. However, that did not pan out or wasn't even the case because they have who's that playing in the Orange Blossom Classic? Howard, don't quote me, somebody playing in the Orange Blossom Classic and it ain't us. So um historically, Valley has been a not a good team. So I think this will be a good opportunity for us to kind of get the kinks out. And kind of get our offense and defense running in the early part of the season to get ready for SWAC play. Samuel Howard, thank you. Next game, we got September 6th. We got Alabama State at home, part of the Pete Richardson Classic, which is always the first home game of the season. Um, Last time we lost to Alabama State in Montgomery, so we're looking to get revenge on September 6th at home against Alabama State. It's usually a big football game for us, and also a big band battle also. So that'll be a good matchup to start off the season um, for Baton Rouge and Southern University. Next, we take the long trip out to Fresno, California to face the Fresno State Bulldogs who have just hired a new coach, new staff. So they're gonna kind of be brand new also. Um, this gonna be a big test for us to see where our team is. Can we hang in there, or we go out there and get beat by 50? Um, so the band is coming too. I think they pay for the band to also come. So that'll be a good opportunity for us to see where we are as a football team and um for people to get to Fresno, California. But I've heard there's nothing in Fresno, California. So I'm excited about us making the trip to Cali again. But but being in Fresno and having nothing to do in Fresno, I'm not. So uh yeah. Hopefully I can get out there and support. Um Next game, Boombox Classic. Can't remember the last time we beat Jackson. Some years ago. I think this six, seven in a row they've got us. But we got them at home this year. This gonna be a big one, man. Man, if you can win this one, this could set the momentum for the rest of the season. You beat a good Jackson State team, um, who um, who has been the SWAC champions in recent. They got a good. They've been having big momentum excuse me, since Deion Sanders came. Deion Sanders left, so they've been riding that wave. This will be a huge win for us at home. We get revenge off a hated rivalry, and we get bragging rights for the Boombox Classic. So if you haven't uh if you haven't booked your room yet in Baton Rouge on September 27th, I I, I hope it's not too late for you. So uh moving on, we go to Bethune Cookman. I can't remember the last time, if there was the last time that we ever went to Daytona Beach. Oh, last time we played Bethune, we was in Jacksonville. But it looks like we played Bethune in Daytona Beach. I don't know if we've ever been there before, but hopefully we can get that win on the road. Um, Next we got PV, my second alma mater. We got them for homecoming October 10th at Southern University. Um, in recent, PV has given us fits at home for some strange reason, which I don't know. We'll be facing Coach Jackson, who's a new coach at Prairie View from Valdosta State, who's brought in an excellent recruiting class there. So that'll be a tough. I think that'll be a tough matchup for us. Be a good matchup for us to see where our team is. Another way to show the SWAC that we came here to play on homecoming weekend. So hopefully we have a good showing for homecoming, which usually it always is. Last homecoming was amazing. I think everybody can agree with that. It was a lot of people. The atmosphere was just great. Um, I think this is another opportunity also for just the athletic department to show that not scheduling the cupcakes for homecoming is an advantage, not only for the football team, but just for the campus and the whole community of North Baton Rouge in general. To have these upper tier games at home and not playing, Florida Memorial uh, and Virginia Lynchburg, them type schools. So, what's good, Darren? Welcome to Jag Nation, bro. One of our new commits, Darren Scott, from Cali, just signed in. Next we got Florida A&M, October 25th. This is a home game. I can't even see y'all. A home game, October 25th, uh, against Florida A&M. Another team who we haven't had much success against lately. Um, Florida A&M coming off a mediocre season. So this will be a tough stretch, I think, for us. Excuse me. You got Jackson, Bethune, PV for homecoming. You know, everybody say homecoming is just another game, but just the atmosphere for a football player being on campus Monday through Saturday, trying to stay focused. Man, that's tough to do. That's tough to do. I mean, we already know some people got put off the team last year, during homecoming, for not abiding by the rules, going out when they weren't supposed to. So it's a tough situation, and kind of stay focused during their homecoming time. So, and then following up with well, shoot, look, we got following up with FAMU the next week. So yeah, hopefully we can push through that. Next, we got Pine Bluff November 1st. Then we got them big sad Braves out in Lorman, Mississippi, November 9th. That's usually a big game for us, a big rivalry. A lot of people don't know Alcorn is the closest SWAC school to Baton Rouge. It's not Grambling, it's not Jackson, it's Alcorn. So I mean, you can call it a rivalry, but a lot of people have a lot of family that go to Alcorn because they stay in Louisiana or whatnot. So, and y'all know back in what was that, 14 to like 14 to like 18 or 19. I mean, it was all Corn and Southern in the SWAC championship. So we kind of built a rivalry off that, just being in the SWAC championship playing against each other. And then you got Coach Fred McNair, who was the head coach during that time. So it puts another layer of, on top of this Alcorn rivalry with us. Next, we got Texas Southern in Baton Rouge. That's right. Both of the Houston schools we play in Baton Rouge this year, just like we played in Houston twice last year. So next we got the granddaddy of them all, Bayou Classic. We got Grambling State November 29th. So overall, I think it's a good schedule. Um, the only thing on the schedule that just kind of is excuse me, it's playing Valley on August 30th. So which is Labor Day weekend. So that's gonna be different. Usually, we have a home game or we in some extravagant city or something on Labor Day weekend, but it'll be an adjustment. So we still go get out there and support. Next up, excuse me, y'all. We had National Signing Day yesterday. Um, well, all across the country, Jaguar football signed 29 new players, 21 high school, and 8 transfers, which is a lot of number. Going into this offseason, we needed help on the offensive line. I think we lost 2 or 3 starters from there. Uh, and we needed help on defensive line for sure. We lost 3 starters on the defensive line, so we definitely had to fill those positions up. I think with this particular class right here, we definitely filled those needs. We had 8 offensive linemen, and then we had 9 defensive linemen in this particular class. We had 2 quarterbacks, 2 receivers, a running back, a line, 4 DBs, 1 kicker, and 1 long snapper. So this is a it's a lot of quantity right here for us. So I think last year at this time we might have only signed like three, four people. So Coach Graves and Coach Mark Frederick, recruiting coordinator, have been hard at work this offseason trying to build that roster back up and having some depth, man. Because with the portal and everything, people come in and out. You got to replace those guys. So we'll start off with the high school kids. We got a quarterback in Dylan Compton, 6'1", 200 pounds, from near my area, Bunkie High School. Um, who's a dynamic quarterback, dual threat type quarterback who could throw the ball and run the ball. On a very successful Bunkie High team who during my time wasn't that good, but looks like they're pretty decent this year. Next, we got running back Amarian Asbury from right across the street at Southern Lab, a 6', 205 running back from Baton Rouge. Then we have an athlete, Zacchaeus Malvo, 5'11", 160 from Opelousas, who played quarterback for Opelousas. Um, I doubt he plays quarterback for us, but with the speed I've seen on some videos, I think this kid probably plays receiver, some type of slot for us. Maybe DB, but I think he'll fit perfectly in the slot role for us. Next, we got Jarvis Brookshire Jr., 6'3", 295 pound, from University High right here right there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We paired him up with Clifton Webb, a 6'3", 290 pound offensive lineman from Zachary High School, who I've seen some film from, and I like this kid right here. I think this kid might have an opportunity to start early or at least get some playing time. But we shall see. Uh, this kid right here, he didn't have too many offers, which was surprising. Um, but that just shows you the way the portal goes right now. People are focusing, excuse me, people are focusing more on getting those transfers who are already mature enough to start on the field. So next we got his teammate Deshaun Hamilton, a defensive lineman, 6'2", 270 from Zachary High School. We also got an athlete, Jeremiah Coleman, 6', 205 from Estrella High. I think he'll play linebacker for us. Another local kid. Um, I've heard a lot of people in the community say this is a D1 FBS caliber type player. So I'm gonna really be excited to um, see how he pans out. And maybe he doesn't pan out at linebacker. Maybe he plays like a safety type role or something like that. So we'll see. He is listed as an athlete. So we definitely will see. Next, we got Tyreek Brigelia, 5'11", from Etna Carr, New Orleans, Louisiana. Etna Carr, probably the best football program in the state um, in the past 15 years. So it's good to get guys from Etna Carr who know how to win, who expectations are to win. Etna Carr coming off another state championship this past season. Um, yeah. Also we got Cody Morris, his teammate, also from Endercar. When you got when you got guys like this who establish a winning culture, who already know how to win, it's just good for your team to have those type of guys. Shout out to my guy War, who's a receiver coach at Carr, also a former Jaguar receiver. Next we got our DB Caden Jones from another historically successful high school, Catholic High here in there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Next we got D lineman Jonathan Ford, another kid D tackle from Opelousas, Louisiana. Um, Next we got Lestate Williams, 6'2", 305 from Collins Hill High School, which is also the same high school as Travis Hunter. Another program where winning is of the culture. So and this is what you want to establish in your program. This the type of kids you want who are already used to winning. And losing is not an option. So I like this pickup for us. if you look at Collins Hill roster, they got a lot of D1 FBS type talent on their team. I think maybe they have a potential 5-star from the 2026 class on their team this year too. So next, transfers, JUCOs, D2. We got Maurice Evans, 315 pounds from East Central Community College in Jackson, Mississippi. Uh, these JUCO linemen who, kind of had some playing time already at the JUCO ranks, kind of got these guys already established. It's gonna be real important to plug these guys in to fill that void from what we lost from last year's offensive line. Next, we got Michael Trotter, 6'2", 300 pound, another offensive lineman from Laurel, Mississippi, from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Laurel, Mississippi, home to most one of the more athletic Jaguars to come through Southern University. Jason House, uh, former Olympic trial participant too. He go laugh at me when I say that. But yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Laurel, Mississippi. Next we got Malachi Bingham, 6'7", 315 from Houston, Texas. Transfer from Presbyterian College, which I think is in South Carolina somewhere. Uh, that's a big boy. 6'7", 315. That's big anywhere you go, whether that's FCS, FBS, NFL, basketball court. That's a big young fella right here. Another offensive lineman, Big Mike Washington from Arkansas, Monticello, hometown Chicago, Illinois. I'm excited about the potential. Yeah, I'm definitely excited about the potential too, because man, all you pretty much got to do offensive line. You got to find two guys to plug in, and I think we got 8 offensive linemen. You go find two guys that's go play. I think last year we had 2 freshmen starting on the right side of the line, and guard and at right tackle. So um, we had the kid at right tackle from St. Thomas Aquinas, and then the right guard from Woodline starting last year. So you plug in some other experienced guys with these kind of experienced freshmen now sophomores, man, you looking at a team that's gonna be able to pound some people in the dirt next year. Um, Next we got up offensive lineman Xavier Warrior, another 6'7", 295 from Houston, Texas. Another transfer from Tyler Junior College. Um, I think Xavier was one of our first offensive linemen to commit. Um, got some good size on him. We probably look to gain another 10, 20 pounds this offseason. Get to that 310, 320 range. I think we're gonna be cooking with hot grease with him. So um next up, we got Malachi Jackson, a 6'3", 190 receiver from Navarro College, from the Atlanta area. I saw some film on him. I like this kid a lot. I know Coach Mark Frederick wanted to find some 6 foot plus receivers, and we definitely got him in Malachi Jackson. He played on the team that pretty much threw the ball around. So this will be a good option for us to go deep, go long, and maybe throw it up on the end zone, down on the goal line. So if y'all get a chance, go watch his huddle. Definitely it's gonna be a good big target for us. Next, we got Austin Apia, 6'3", 290 from Coffeeville, who I think was on a visit this past week. Like I said earlier, we got 3 defensive linemen we got to replace from last year's starter. So this a good big pickup for us. We also got Habib Bellows, 6'2", 310 from Garden City, from Bellingham, Washington, who also played for the University of Washington, probably his freshman year, something like that, then transferred to junior college. So I saw some film on him too. He looks pretty explosive. So that'll help us out in the trenches right there. Next up, we got defensive lineman Sydney, we pronounce it Humble, but I'm sure it's Humble. 6'1", 280, Kilgore Community College, ULM transfer from right New Orleans, Louisiana. Um, Next up, we got Kai Brown, 6'3", 230 from Trinity Valley, right there in the New Orleans area, Slidell. And then we got D-line Kendrick Sims, 6'1", 315, Pearl River Community College. Next up, who we got? We got defensive line, Darren Scott, 6'3", 295 from Riverside Junior College, home from Folsom, California. Now, it's a lot of untapped potential in the California junior college ranks that people down south, coaches down south may not know about. They got a lot of good players out there, a lot of speed. You got some size. You got some athleticism that you can go get out there in those Cali JUCO ranks. I think we got two players last year from one of those JUCOs. Cannot remember the name of the JUCO, but yeah, it's definitely some untapped potential out there. So um, shout out to Darren, man. Appreciate you coming being part of the Jaguar Nation. Next up, we got long snapper Connor Piro from Millsaps College. Home is Winsboro, Louisiana, part of our special ops unit. And then next up, we got Jaden Jones, 6'2", 265 from Northeastern Oklahoma, in Moore, Oklahoma. And then we got two D1 transfers. Probably the guy I'm most excited about right here is Zay Franks, 6'3", 200 pounds from transfer from Southern Miss. Original home is McGee, Mississippi. Now this kid, people, people in the SWAC talking about getting transferred with stats. Um, Zay is a kid who has stats. Let me see. It's probably down there, below the high school part. If y'all can give me his name so I can mention him, because it's not on here. But we also got a high school kicker from Central High School. I'm sorry I missed you. I just can't see it. So. But Zay Franks is one of those D1 transfer who got some stats. He was also a two-way player, play receiver and DB. I think maybe had an injury at some point in time and had to miss some games. And they also had an injury on at Southern Miss where he was forced into playing DB, which is why he switched from receiver to DB. So I'm excited to see him on the field and see how he can contribute in that secondary, who's already kind of loaded with Herman Bristol, Elijah West, and those guys. So I think this is a big addition for our defense. Moving moving forward. Excuse me. Next up, we got quarterback Jamari Jones, former Valley transfer, also at East Mississippi. This add depth to the quarterback room. Um, who's going to push Alex Woods? In the quarterback room, you always want to have competition there to make the next guy better. So I think this is a good addition for us, man. And yeah, that's 29 guys right there. I think Nathan Zimmer, shout out to Nathan Zimmer from Central High School, the freshman commit from Central High School kicker, part of that special ops. Probably go kick and probably go punt for us and kick out. So yep, 29 players for us. 21 high school, 8 transfer, man. I think this is a good class for us. I think we filled some needs. Even though signing day is over with, there's still opportunity for us to add some more and sign some more transfer players. Um, all the way up to August. You look at what we did last year. We got the linebacker number 32 for us. We got him pretty late, maybe May or June time last year. And he ended up being like an all swag selection for us. So um these kids that we go get late are gonna be important too for us uh, to solve their recruiting class. So um looking like a good recruiting class for Coach Graves and staff. I appreciate their hard work for all they done for us. Yeah, and I hope to have a good season coming up this year. I'm excited about the first game in Atlanta. We're gonna start us off. We got Alex Woods returning at quarterback. We got Kendrick Grimes returning at running back. He was leaving, but then JUCO rule to get another year. He's staying. So we got him on offense. We got the receiver from Southern Lab, Darren Morris. So we got some playmakers coming back on the offensive side of the ball. You pair that with the offensive line we gonna be cooking with grease, man, and add these recruits and transfers wherever they need to be at. I think we gonna be good, man. We gonna be real good. Hopefully this year we can get that SWAC championship though and get to that celebration ball. So, yep, yep, yep. Uh, that's all I got. Dang, we've been on here 40 minutes. I've just been rambling. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me tonight. Um, let's see. Probably do another baseball show coming up. And then probably do another player interview coming up soon. So make sure y'all follow the socials. Make sure y'all follow yeah, all the socials, Facebook, Southern University Quarterback Club, SU Quarterback Club, QB Club Podcast on Instagram, Southern Quarterback Club on Instagram, all that on Twitter. Follow us for more. Um, get y'all season tickets. Oh yeah, they added a strong safety, Patrick Spiller from A League. Yeah, he not on this list. I feel like I'm missing one more person too, but if I did forget, I apologize, y'all. I apologize. Make sure y'all go get y'all season tickets. Um, I think they on sale now, or at least you can apply for them. That helps support the football team. Um, and hopefully coming up, I can have an NIL update for y'all for Southern University. So y'all stay tuned. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all see, I'm a little under the weather, but I really want to come see y'all. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all follow me, TaylorMade Q on Instagram. Peace and go Jags.